in one of my streams, I've said that my voice is distinct enough where I may no longer be able to work my day job. And I can be a decent voice actor, I believe. And then little did I found along the way a few days ago that people need voice actors. People need, they need a lot of resources, but as they're just one person and they're not with a company, it's not easy. So I decided to dive in a little, see what I can do, and if they can't afford it, that's fine, you know. I don't, to be real with you guys, I do not really need money at all. I just, where I'm at, if I want anything, I can get it. So, a lot of times, I want to be like my family and earn my spot. So, I figured to celebrate my new ways of supporting the arts, I have decided to look at the don'ts of voice acting. Because to a lot of them, I see, it's a pretty big deal. And one more thing before I do. In case you're wondering how I'm doing, and first of all, I'm really good. Second of all, there's just some things that are not worth getting into. And it's drama. And guess what I have to say about it? Thank you guys for everybody who has helped me try to do what I've wanted to do the most. To help people so that they can feel safe again. We have done way more stuff than I could ever hope to anticipate. But I don't want this at the cost of tearing everybody apart just because nobody knows who to trust. When I ask this doesn't mean I am going to leave or disappear or stop helping. Let's make a fresh start. There's a goal I've been dying to meet so badly. I want to help the smaller creators with a disadvantage be able to get a fair shot. Right now, I'm doing that. You might hear me around more often. If I could get that fresh start, I would be very honored. So, the general consensus of it is, that doesn't mean I'm giving up. That doesn't mean I'm going to disappear forever. It's just, how do I say this properly? I did not do this I do not want to drag this on forever, and I do not want anyone to get burned because of people just stirring the pot. That's not what I came here for. I came here to help in some way. And one of the ways I'm going to do it, it's like I said in there. Just support my local artists today. So, now that that's settled, hopefully I do, things do turn out better overall. Because it takes a lot for me. Because I know who to trust, I know who to believe. And considering that the people I've been wanting to help are still safe despite everything, you guys are still cool with me. So, now that you guys know that I'm back, and I am not, I have not been burned out, let's get started on this really, really poignant voice acting. This one is by Real Bad Voice Acting by Suniku Sudude. I'll have to spell it out for you. Sunikusudud. Don't worry, I am going to tell them that I'm going to credit them and everything. But if you don't watch this mess yourself, here it is.
So, can you move, Uru? Karen?
Wow, I really can't move my body.
Wow, I can really feel the pain that's going on in you, Uru.
What did you do, Nicole?
What did you do to get this role in the first place? Gosh, okay, look, I've been into theater since I was 15. One of the biggest aspects in knowing what makes a movie work is acting. And for me, I learned over time that your delivery is a big part of good acting. Oh, this is going to be great. In fact, with debate, one of the things I was graded on was how I delivered my lines. Oh, you should have heard me that long ago. Whew, I sounded like this all the time. I couldn't even stand in front of people or even open my mouth. Gosh, how times have changed.
Perfume desigitaris, a type of muscle relaxant gas. You probably don't understand the logic, but you can feel the effects, no?
I can feel the fact that my brain is going dead from hearing this.
No, really. It's great. I can't tense my muscles at all.
What is that lips for? That has to be unintentional, right? Please tell me it was.
I'm done with your nonsense. I'll take your Tengayo away.
Be careful. You'll probably get sick, just like when you eat rotten food off the ground.
No shit. If you eat rotten food off the ground that's been there for God knows when, being baked in the sun and getting molded and shit, of course you're gonna get sick.
It's okay, Uru. Just relax and let it go. I'll be done in a second.
I don't really want your twisted love. I really don't.
Oh, no, that definitely came off the right way, don't you guys think? I don't really want your twisted love, Nicole.
Stop it, Nicole. I can't move. Is anyone there?
Karen, I'm trying to figure out who's the worst one. They're all horrible. Stop it, Nicole! I can't move! Is there anyone there? I'm half trying, for realsies. Ooh, you know what? I don't want to announce it yet, but oh my gosh, the stuff that I did learn about. Ooh, I tried a couple things out. One, make it a bit of note. Second, not so much, but support my local artists. Stop it, Nickel. Jeez. This is not helping me at all get invested into it. I hope you know that.
I know you guys are having fun, but could you stop a sec and tell me why I am involved with this?
Are you mocking me right now? I know you guys are having fun trying to make me go brain dead from this voice acting, but could you stop for a second and tell me why I'm involved in this? Seriously. Why? Who is quality control for this? This had to be like an indie company or something.
Who's having fun? I'm in a load of trouble, just so you know.
Who's having fun? I'm in a load of trouble, just so you know. You're mocking me, aren't you, Uru? Cause, it's only been a minute. I can make it.
I'm sorry. You don't have anything to do with this.
Stop mocking me. Yes, I know I don't have anything to do with this, but excuse me for trying to figure out what are the don'ts of voice acting. One of the best voice actors around, Yuri Lowenthal. Poof. That not only does he have a lot of range, but he can carry emotion. I used to make fun of Johnny Young Bosch, but after hearing him in Danganronpa 2 as Hajime, he earned my respect. I felt something, and I'm not too crazy about the game, to be honest. I know people that are, but after seeing 2 and that performance, he was the most experienced actor, sure, but holy cow, when there's a spoiler alert knowing who about Hajime, and when he realizes what his involvement was the whole time, and he was screaming, I felt that. I really felt that. And I don't feel nothing at all usually, except for when I'm suffering from listening to this kind of crap on a regular basis. So, I'll give you credit, John Young Bosch. If you can move me, you must be damn talented after all.
Karen is so nice. Did you hear that? It's all your fault.
It's all your fault! Yes, I know it's my fault. I decided to choose here and go brain dead from this voice acting. But gosh, man. Can you let me have a little fun at least, Uru?
Too bad. I can't care less about her.
I can't care less about her. That means you do care? At least a little.
I'll take care of her after I get your Tangaya.
What? You can't say stuff like that. You could ruin your reputation.
Shizuku, I think at this point Nicole doesn't give a fuck about that. I assume Nicole is a dude. I'm pretty sure once he was named Nicole, he stopped giving all fucks.
Nico, listen to yourself. She has nothing to do with this.
Like I said, I don't care. I'll kill her if I feel like it. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, you probably may be a sociopath then, Nicole. Before I forget, this person has only this. Yeah, so again, if you want to check out this video yourself and suffer the same way I have, this is it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see right here, this might be a little hard for a lot of people to get just by words alone. So yeah, there you go. I'm only 2 minutes left in this crap. Oh my god.
You're going too far. That's not funny anymore, you know.
It hasn't been funny at all in the first place, Uru. Quit taking yourself too seriously, man.
Are you freaking out, Uru? That's amusing. Let's change the plan then.
You know, okay, look, they all suck. Don't get me wrong, but Nicole at least has some emotion, even if it is freaking Onision in a video game.
I'll kill her first. Uru, you can just lie down and enjoy the show.
Well, I mean, he can't even move anyway, so I don't think he has a choice.
What? I didn't see that coming at all.
Blame Uru, little girl. It's all because of him.
Stop it. Come on and get me. Or are you too scared?
No, I just don't give a shit, Uru.
You make me laugh, Uru. But you have to wait your turn. Be a good boy and wait.
You know, I'm not even gonna comment on his outfit because I don't want this channel to be considered 18 and over if I do.
Well, I don't even know you. But you need to die.
Thanks, Nicole. Thanks knowing that you can determine whether I deserve to die even if you don't know me. What are you, an executioner?
Just for the pure pleasure of it.
Oh, so you're a sadist. Good job. You and Christian Grey could be really, really perfect, super happy, fun time best friends. Hit 'em up.
Jump!
Wait. What? You just came out of nowhere. Jump! Da da da! What the fuck?
Hilma!
Yeah!
Yeah. Maybe, okay, I was wrong. Nicole's not the best voice actor in this one. He is. Yeah. I'm gonna say that for the rest. I'm gonna say that every time someone talks to me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, only 30 seconds left.
What? You too?
What, do you know them?
You swine! What do you think you're doing?
Watching bad voice acting because it's fun to laugh along and try to comprehend what the fuck these people were thinking when they decided it was a good idea to insert these lines with these performances and release them as a game.
That's my question.
I know. What are you doing? That's just wrong, dude.
I'm gonna hurt you badly. I mean really badly.
Well, thanks for the death threat. I'm pretty sure that people don't take that seriously at all. Nope. Okay, so that is the first part of his video. Same channel, by the way. This person made a part 2. I cannot wait for this.
Mr. President, why did you come to save us after we betrayed you?
Jody.
Because it's his obligation. He has to run the country no matter what.
I can't turn my back on a friend.
Okay, that works too.
And the reason is, I'm the President of the United States.
Okay, I called it, didn't I?
Mr. President, don't come near! It's a trap!
Hey there, Michael. Are you still playing the hero?
Richard!
You just don't get it, do you? Freedom is dead! You and your men and this symbol of freedom will all perish! Go ahead and cock your weapon. If I direct these missiles behind me, that goddess of
What in the world?
liberty and your cute little secretary.
Why you gotta mention the secretary is cute? How is that relevant at all to your boss fight at all?
Will all be blown to smithereens!
Okay, who recorded me drunk and decided to put it in a video game? Okay, I need to know because I would like to at least get some compensation for that.
Round 2!
Wait, that was round 2? Oh, great. Can't wait to see the final... yeah, I'm trying. I gotta just finish this thing, don't I?
This wild dog of war is on the move, Michael! He'll bite you if you don't move it! Now, hightail it out of here!
I can't take you seriously if you're laughing at that. I feel like you're hearing me ramble on about your 7 last girlfriends that all left you. And you're at the bar drinking and you won't leave me alone no matter how much I'm hinting at it and going to the bathroom. That's the vibe I get. Not a dude that is going after the president and having a tank fight with him.
Oh, I almost forgot! Time for my afternoon tea! Nothing like sipping some delicious Darjeeling tea!
Priorities, am I right?
And watching you getting your clock cleaned!
Apaches!
Not just Apaches. Mr. President.
You're alive!
Us resistance soldiers are known for our resilience. We're fine, Mr. President. We have thorough knowledge of how to escape. But our helicopters are limited. Be careful. Aim for the caterpillar. Kill the legs first. That's an ironclad battle tactic. He'll be out of moves soon. But kill a cornered enemy with prudence. That's an ironclad battle tactic.
Ironclad battle tactic. I'm gonna put that on as my bumper sticker.
Nice shooting, Mr. President. But there's many a slip between the cup and the lip. Only 200 yards.
Whatever.
Yeah! Take that!
Personally, if I just kicked somebody's ass, I would just, like, scream in excitement, not go, oh yeah! What are you, the Kool-Aid Man? Is this the Kool-Aid Man fighting this dude? Ah!
How do you like me now?
Now he's ready for the
Well, I like you more that you exploded. At least I can only have to hear one person perform bad voice acting.
grabbing.
Mr. President, my boys were successful in saving your princess.
Well, you weren't successful in enticing me in the story that is in your game. Because God knows why. You guys were so fucking hammy. I felt like I was watching one of those meathead commercials with like those protein drinks and the protein powder and all that shit. Well, it was better than the last one, but still.
I'll connect you.
Mr. President, how can I ever...
Jody,
Yes,
sorry to be late.
Mr. President,
From the skies above Liberty Island, this is DNN's Peter McDonald reporting. To viewers in America, make that the world. Did you witness the truth reported to you live on DNN?
No, because normally I don't get into that very much unless it's super important. I Google it.
Did you witness Vice President Richard Hawke's dreadful nature revealed? As I have been stressing all along, Metal Wolf was the truly righteous one. While the world may have doubted you, I always believed in you.
Well, that makes one of us.
Thank you, Metal Wolf, and thank you, Michael Wilson.
Thank you, Jack Frost, for taking the time to watch this video.
Whatever.
That's just my response to that. Whatever! Okay, so I'm gonna start watching someone that's pretty badass. Oh shoot, this one, yeah. Normally I would be done there and that, but I'm not a professional, despite my entertainment value. So I figured, why not get voice acting advice, then from an actual voice actor? Dog VA. Let's see what he's got in store for us, guys. Well, this is off to a good start.
Hey, we've all seen the...
By the way, I love the Kermit in the background. I have a soft spot for Kermit in general, so if you like Kermit, you's already my bro.
Those videos where expert reviews X thing in movies or video games or whatever, and I thought, hey, I've done a lot of professional voice work. Why don't I...
And it shows. I'm impressed by the quality of speaking and the mic in hand. Don't know how well I'm gonna pull that off, but maybe you'll give me some tips here.
I review terrible voice acting, and hopefully maybe give an insight or two as to why it's terrible, or just laugh at why it's terrible. It's probably going to be the latter, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. But, you know, I have to look a little more professional than I do now if I'm going to claim to be an expert. Let's just jump into it! I did also tweet out asking my viewers to send me any clips that they knew of, and of course, someone linked me to my own channel. Got 'em, as they say. Alright, so Resident Evil 1.
What is this? Wow. What a mansion! Stop it! Don't open that door!
Don't open that door!
It's not any better in the PS4 version.
What the f? Listen.
What Chris?
Okay, let me handle this.
Oh god, they're all pretty bad. I think this is definitely a case of them all recording it separately, and maybe the director who was directing it not really knowing how this thing was going to sound overall. It feels like 3 different people are acting in 3 different things at once.
It really does. This is why I don't really want to go back in the 90s, to be honest, because imagine having to hear this, and this is passable.
Stay alert!
Oh wow, that was really bad. Oh my god. A good director can make or break everything, and you know, a lot of people don't really know what a director's job is. One, it's to make sure you give the best performance, but
So I've heard. Earlier I mentioned I wasn't theater, and according to said theater teacher, he says you pretty much know if the movie's gonna be good or bad based on the director. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. You look at a director's track record, you already know what's gonna happen. 99% of the time, anyway.
2, the director is the only person who really knows how this should sound overall. You don't know how it should sound as an actor, you're just doing what you're paid to do. Rarely do you ever, like, have full control over what you're doing. This is the case with a lot of the earlier games when they were dubbed, because the budget for the dub was extremely small, and it was more of a case of, oh, let's just rush this out and get it done. It doesn't need to be a...
There was also one thing he said, too, and I think this matters. It's better to have no stage than no actors, otherwise you get that video game with Nicole and Uru and yeah guy.
Amazing, it just needs to be done. Whereas now it's taken a lot more seriously.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
I'm also in the mindset where I can just make the face that he's making, or just scream just by the side of this.
Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
Oh my god, they left that in! Oh my god, let me do it again. Oh my god, can you imagine doing that? Well, for me it's a little different, because I want to make this as genuine as possible. You know, just like any casual little viewer would do, but god damn, this is an actual game people had to buy.
Heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University.
Even she is shocked that that's still left in there. Look at that look on her face. Carmen is dead just by looking at her face.
Imperial Legion compound and the temple all on the same night. Take care.
I've never seen that before. What the fuck? Wait, let me hear it again.
Compound and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
Okay, that wasn't necessarily the voice actor's fault, but how did that make it in? Didn't know.
For real, wasn't that an Oblivion game too? How do you miss that so easily? Even I occasionally edit these streams, and when I do, oh my god, let me do it again, I do leave most of it out. There was some things in the second part of the Repzilla video I had to cut out, because a lot of it, if there's some things I'm not willing to share with you on the internet, or millions of people find out, I won't. And I don't know, I had to lower the volume for when I was screaming at the end of that video. Because I was that angry. This is I assume a AAA company, and that's still in there, and it's pretty noticeable for people to catch too. Look at him. He's like, seriously? What are you guys wasting your money on?
Nobody played this quest before they released the game? Like, what?
You flaming idiot!
Yeah, to be fair, I don't think there were any game testers in that either.
Take this! Feel the power of my magic!
Feel the power of my magic! Power of magic! Gosh, even that would have been more enjoyable to listen to.
That guy sounds like he's on crack, what the
Mother, let me have the forefront.
That was just very badly delivered. So he loves it. Father, let me have the forefront.
Let me have the
Father, let me have the forefront.
forefront.
It's like, he goes, Father, where it should be, Father! That should be like
Father, let me have the forefront.
one continuous up on the note, right? And then it's, let me have the forefront, not...
Let me have the forefront. Thank you for this lesson. I really enjoy it. I mean, to be honest though, I don't like to hear the sound of my voice, which is why I never attend my own premieres, but... So, the majority of the time, I try to get through by pretending to, sound like somebody else in hopes that I can tolerate myself a little more. But this is probably the closest you'll hear me to a normal speaking voice. Just to prove how... I mean, there's a lot of things I'm good at pulling off, but and then there's some that are straight up impossible.
Me! If he thought that was good, whoever was in charge of the vocal session should have said something. And been like, hey, do that again. I feel like most voice actors know when they've messed up a line. Whenever I mess up a line in the booth, I'll go like, oh yes, I'll do a little thing to make sure like it's not salvageable. Don't try and salvage this. Let's just do it again and we'll get it right, okay?
Very bright. Poking your fingers where the lobster's claws are still out in the open. I'm sure that'll end up very well.
Hmm? Hey, what the f? You got a problem? I'll knock your head off.
What the f?
You want more, huh? Say hi to people in Jersey for me.
From Black Heaven. Is that legit?
Hey, what the f? You got a problem?
Yep, unfortunately, when you were watching anime when you were my age, which is like 7 years old, I'm gonna say, that was passable. Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece for Kids was what we watched and ate up.
Oh, wow, that is like legit. What the fuck? I thought someone had like made that themselves and like try to pass it off as legit. Wow, okay. I have no idea how that happened. I feel like
Times have changed. I mean, as much as I like to rag on Funimation, I would rather take them over, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon and Pokemon and One Piece for Kids a long time ago. Because, yikes. Just bloody yikes.
I feel like this is a rare case of maybe whoever was in charge of it just happened to knew like an English guy in Japan and was like, hey, he can do it. Yeah, let's get this guy. Like, he fucking knows how to do a black guy. Are you kidding me? Like, sure.
That's how I feel every time I watch some of these videos, that I am driven to the point where I end up laughing like that. Oh, look, it's contagious too. Yeah. Definitely describes me on a regular basis.
What does it sound like in the Japanese version? Because that...
From what I heard, it wasn't... It was deliberately like
maybe
that.
If my theory is correct.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as it is in Japanese. Why do people think this is bad then? He's just doing what he's doing in the Japanese version.
It's like in that Sora part where he's singing Under the Sea in Kingdom Hearts 2, and you're wondering why Haley Joel Osment was saying, "Darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me." But in the Japanese version, he's like, "Darling, it's better." So I'm not gonna try to do the Japanese version. Come on. "Darling, it's better. Nowhere it's Darling, it's better. Down where it's wetter. Take it from me." So yeah, so Haley Joel Osment was hitting that last note like the Seiyu or the voice actor in the Japanese version was doing. Take it from me. So why are you gonna rip on somebody who is copying and dubbing over the same thing the original was doing? Never made sense to me at all. You want to blame somebody? Blame the original source. Got it.
That's probably what was intended. It sounds awful, but I guess, you know, when you take a lot of things out of context, I imagine that, yeah, they will sound pretty awful. When I first saw this clip of the Titus and Yuna laugh, I originally thought it was like that way in English because they had to match the lip flaps. No, it's not that. It's just that's how it is. I guess stop calling this a bad performance because it's pretty spot on, I guess, to the Japanese.
It is merely an imitation of the original, sincerest form of flattery.
There was like no difference. You know, I've been laughing at other people for a bit, so I think it's only fair to laugh at myself. And one of my terrible performances that is entirely my fault. So someone actually tweeted me saying, "I've heard that Age of Empires has some really good Nigerian voice actors," and I'm about to fucking out myself here because I am one of those. I don't know if this guy knows that, but yeah, that's me. So in Age of Empires 2 in the DLC, there was this competition they were running for voice actors.
Somebody who has actually been in a game. I cannot wait to see how that turns out.
And this is way back. And I actually auditioned for it, and I won the competition. I was supposed to be a Nigerian archer. I'm arguably the opposite of what a Nigerian is. I thought they were going to ask me to re-record the lines because I knew how bad they were. But no, they didn't. They went and used them in the game, and they're not good. They're not good.
In case you haven't noticed, that's pretty common in Hollywood. You get somebody that can pull off a voice, and if it sounds passable enough, they'll do it. Why do you think that Cleveland Brown and Apu, their voice actors, have been the same for so long? Yeah, sure, they're not the most representative or even the most accurate, but they can still pull it off, and it's easy to just go, "Hey, can you do it?" "Oh, good job," you know? Not that I personally think it's terrible, because they're not portrayed very badly. But this is where a lot of some of these people have disadvantages, because the stuff that's meant for them is taken by everybody else. So, and you knew that firsthand because you did one of those roles.
Get it on! So without further ado, let's listen to me being a Nigerian in Age of Empires.
Do not worry. You are not alone on your journey. Our village is on the other side of the river. When we reach it, it is yours.
You know, at least on the flip side, you didn't try and pull off an African accent while bongo drums were playing in the background, because people were starting to catch on about your true colors. Weirdly enough, this is a really bad performance. You're absolutely correct. But again, at least you did not mean to do it in a way to belittle your opponent in the first place. Sea Dog. At least you can look back and realize how shameful this little video was. Too bad the people who hired you didn't. But hey, it's something to look back on, right?
I'm out. I don't deserve to do this video. I'm out. Ah! You know what? You know what's sad? I was once proud of that, but now all it sounds like to me is the Ugandan Knuckles voice before that was a meme.
Do not worry. You are not alone on your journey.
If you leave children behind, pay your child support on time.
Deadbeat dads are not cool.
But I never get bored of seeing ghost stories. If you don't know, I'm sure most of you are already fully aware of what ghost stories is, but it was essentially a show that performed very poorly in Japan, and then the company, or I believe it was Funimation who got to dub it, were basically told that they could do whatever the hell they wanted.
Yes, because trying to basically ad-lib your whole script with an already failing anime will totally make it successful. The only reason Hetalia worked up like that with their dub is because Hetalia is already a show that's not meant to be taken seriously. Yes, they have pretty much not did anything in the webcomics or in the original translation. But however, and yes, maybe a lot of it did not hold up very well or is not politically correct despite the original creator trying to make it family friendly, funny enough, for having countries in human form. But the reason why it worked is because the show was actually 5 minutes, and there's only so much you can do in 5 minutes. So, this was clearly because they had no hope for the show. I don't know why you bought the show in the first place if you didn't have faith in it enough that you had to tell your actors to do whatever you want to it to make the show a hit. Obviously, it didn't work because, from what I heard, this actually did worse than it did in Japan. So, I think you got to know what your show is like in order to know how to get it to work. If I just picked anybody to help me try to get my point across, I don't think it would have turned out very well. And yeah, it's hard. Not getting people don't believe your choice, but you go with your intuition, and you know, despite the chances against you, you say, yes, I know this will work. I know the way that I want this to go. They will make this stay true to the message, and they will make it very enjoyable to watch for a general audience. But again, you guys were careless, and you paid the consequences for it, and now we get to watch this.
And so they basically just made an abridged, and it's really funny. And if you haven't watched it, please do so. I'll also link down below to like video explanations and why this thing exists. There's a lot more people who can explain it more in depth than I can.
Karen.
Wow, I really can't move my body.
Perfume disvantage, a type of muscle relaxant gas.
It's great.
I'm pretty sure he'll enjoy Nicole the most, and yeah, guy, who I can't remember because he only showed up for 3 seconds, and his name was too damn long for me to even fucking remember.
Right, I can't tense my muscles at all.
I guess this is a lesson on why you don't cast family or friends.
Even Kermit wants to pass out from all the horrible shit he acting. That Sea Dog had to hold him in order to prevent him from fainting once again.
I think anyone who has any worth of salt in this kind of field will tell you not to do that, because yeah, you end up with shit like this.
We're meeting G over there.
That was longer than that. Oh man, I love House of the Dead, but you remember the part where I said this was passable back then? We just ate it up because we didn't care, and we just enjoyed the pretty little art and all that. It's a really kick-ass game. I suggest you play it. I don't know, if you want to ignore the voice acting, maybe listen to some, God, I don't know, Disturbed or something.
Please be safe, G.
Everyone is dying around you. You're like, you gotta let them know. Please be safe, G. This is something you see a
Oh no. I think I found somebody that can top Jack Frost. If only I become that articulate.
lot in like beginner voice actors is the quiet shout, as I call it, where they're like, be safe! It's like they're trying to like be loud and intense, but they're speaking quite quietly because they're not confident in screaming. Where yeah, you just gotta go all out. Like, do not hold the f back, you know?
Are you alright?
Okay, let me try it. Be safe! Nah, that's a little too much. Okay, be safe, guys. Anyway, moving on.
Oh.
What was that?
The light magic.
I don't even have to say anything because they already said it for me.
Light magic.
Curse. There's a curse on you?
It seems so.
Oh god, yeah, that's That's not good. I would imagine what happened here is whoever again was directing this did not know how he wanted this to sound overall. Or maybe he did, but it just sounds like the two voice actors are not doing their lines together, and the editing is really fast on those lines. Like that there's no time giving them to breathe, and that doesn't really happen in real life. And also, some of these lines are delivered a bit strange.
I've had a run of bad luck lately.
This is no joke. Let me...
This is no joke. What?
This is no joke. Then why... That's not what I'm getting from listening to this.
What is that? I actually made an older video as well, if you want to go and watch it. It's me reacting to my old voice acting clips. I think it's up there. No, it'll be up there, won't it? Yeah, click that up there if you want to see me embarrass myself.
No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What? What am I fighting for?
Oh, I love that one so much.
Okay, now I know where my best friend got that from. Every time he loses a battle in Call of Duty and Halo and all that fun little first-person shooter stuff, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Overwatch, before he starts a game, he starts screaming, "What am I fighting for?" And now I got the reference. Thanks a lot. It's a lot. It's actually pretty funny given out of context. In context, why? Who said you can't get good stuff out of bad things?
It's so funny. What am I fighting for? Oh god. Where do we even begin?
Next time I have to listen to my dearly hateable Pondo. What am I fighting for? Gosh, even he's like, why? What the fuck is that?
Begin with this one. Back when they started doing all of these dubs for these earlier stuff in the 1990s and, 80s and 2000s.
Oh, good, he got a history lesson. Hopefully he can tell us the lesson better than I did.
I believe they weren't that strict on what the quality needed to be, whereas now, if you want to dub anything Japanese, it is a nightmare. As somebody who has worked with Japanese companies.
No way. That, I cannot believe it. I gotta know which one it is, because,
to dub something, and I'm in charge of a project, they are very, very strict, and if you are dubbing a quite large project, you will need someone who is from the whoever made the original Japanese property there with you, making sure everything is good. They're very thorough, they want it to be done very properly, and they take their time, and they will not compromise. If they want something done their way, it's getting done their way.
You just won't quit, will you?
Why? What other reason? What is gonna make me quit for good so far, man? I've had to hear really horrible music in the last stream. And I have to see a bunch of dumb stuff. Weirdly enough, okay, here's the thing. I do not purposefully go and find bad stuff to do. It finds me. I will look at anything that I find interesting. And I guess my judgment is very bad, because half the time, most of it is some of the most weirdest, baddest stuff that burns in my mind so much. And at this point, I'm like, why not embrace it? Why would I spend my days getting mad because something I picked turned out to be horrible? Part of a movie is enjoying it, and I'm gonna enjoy it one way or another.
Forgive me, Lord Sunsei.
She kind of sounds like Siri. Is that, like, bad? I don't like...
Personally, I think it is, if this is supposed to be a serious scene.
I cannot let this stand.
Oh no! Our weapons are useless!
Oh no! This happens to turn to be in a Sonic game. Boy. That infamous Sonic cycle. No matter which game it is, the newest one will always be bad. God. Let's see what else we have in store.
God damn it. I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be good so badly. You come across this alien thing that you have no idea what it is, and your bullets don't do shit, and that's how scared you are? You should be f***ing quaking, and I want to hear...
Let me try then. Let me just get in my headspace. Oh no! Our weapons are useless! Did I do a better job at least? Oh god. Imagine that. I'm a little hesitant to put this in the comments of his videos, because I'm pretty sure I will get roasted to death. I am nowhere as experienced as he is. I am a little tadpole in the big froggy world. Please enlighten me, senpai.
Hear that in your performance, come on! Ah! Just be like, oh no! Our weapons are useless! Just...
Got me feeling, I feel you scared of this bad acting right now, man. Moving on.
I want to hear, like, the fear of death in your voice. What is this?
No! Our weapons are useless!
Oh, don't you have any more of those official Pokemon badges left?
Is that legit? There is no...
Yep, it's Pokemon. I can confirm it. I used to be in a home daycare from when I was 2 till I was 13. And those were the videotapes we would watch, and I would hear that almost every Friday. If I wasn't seeing the latest animated film.
Oh, that is legit.
Yeah. If anyone didn't catch that. If I wasn't watching every Friday Pokemon, I was watching the latest animated film in the theater.
Oh, don't you have any more of those official Pokemon badges left?
I don't even know, because the rest of the 4Kids Pokemon dub is amazing. Like, Team Rocket, Ash, Misty, Brock, it's all really well done. That's really strange to me that line would like pass quality control, because that's really fucking bad. Like, if you listen to it, right, you can hear this guy like going in and out of an accent.
Oh, don't you have any more of those official Pokemon badges?
Those, and then he goes out of it. If you audition for something, or you are told that you should voice something, and you are not 100% confident in this voice that you're pulling, then it will sound like you are not 100% confident in it. Trust me, as the guy who voiced a Nigerian who is not confident in doing it, I can tell you right now, if you are not 100% confident doing a voice, don't do it. Even if they cast you and they're like, yeah man, it sounds great, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna look...
Especially if you're gonna do this as a career and that's part of your resume, because then your next employer will be like, nope! Get the fuck out.
like an idiot.
I play Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth!
Oh, this one! Just hear this beautiful, beautiful work that you're about to witness.
Now attack! Hasta la vista, baby! I'll be back!
No!
Okay, when I am making these kind of references, they're not meant to be taken seriously, and they're to have fun. You are doing this in a TV show. People, you're getting paid to do this. You are having a bunch of people watch this on television. This will be on forever. And you decide, and you basically are known as the dude that is try to do a Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. I really wonder how your life turned out after that. Oh, thank God the internet wasn't around then, because you would forever be a meme if you did. Well, it took 20 years, but still. It would have been a lot worse if it happened at the moment than it did 20 years from now. At least 20 years from now, you still had a chance to make something out of your life before your past came back to haunt you.
Oh. No, wait. See, this is what I mean, okay? Everyone's like, man, what does the director do? Like, what does he just turn up and just say, like, yeah, it sounds good? The director pretty much, like, controls everything. And if he tells you, as an actor or a voice actor, hey, you're gonna do this, I'm paying you a lot of money, or I'm paying you your rent, you do it. You don't question it. I can confirm this is real audio, and yes, I voiced 2 of the characters in this scene. Some of my finest work. I still find it curious, of all these years later, how the scene director
Hey, for this elephant, we want an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Okay. Not bad. Well, not great either. But, I mean, God, it's a good thing we were obsessed with the Terminator back then, or this really would not have worked out in your favor.
For the scene was explained to you. Hey, for this elephant, we want an Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. And I said, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes, like 100% of the time.
Lady Umbernox has hired a new captain. Lady Umbernox has hired a new captain of the guard.
Did he, like, the line?
Spriggans, nature's guardians, my foot. Mean things, they'll curse you, or they might call a bear to tear you apart. Spriggans, nature's guardians, my foot.
What do you want, you? What do you want, you rat?
Wow. I mean, they do get a lot of voice acting done, so it's kind of like not a surprise that they left these in, but also what the fuck, they're selling this and they have this.
I don't know what I'm more distracted by, the voice acting or the animation of it. It's I was so shocked by both of them that my brain had canceled it out on what to roast.
Mistakes in. More often than not, when you f a line, you just redo it on the spot. Because most of the time, whenever I've done things, they're just like, yeah, just do 2 or 3 takes and we'll see how it sounds. So if I f up, the red light is still on, so I just keep going until it turns off. Pretty much. Obviously, whoever was in charge of editing these voice lines did not cut out the first part of the line. It's really easy when you're audio editing to see the audio wave and think that you know what the sentence looks like. Because a lot of the time, by looking at the audio wave, you can see the sentence if you've seen it enough times, because you'll know what the audio wave looks like. And perhaps he just got lazy or
Yeah, for me, when I do, the very little time I do edit it, there are some things that are noticeable about me that it's even hard to edit out, which is why I leave it in. And I don't want to mention why, because I don't think what I have is relevant to my commentary at all. I can't help it. I beat myself up over it. But if I want to be relatable to the casual viewer, because the whole point of this is being a casual viewer who is watching this on their own, then why should I edit out my flaws? Because when I think about it, what if this is somebody who has a similar problem to me? And there's nobody else they can really look up to or feel better about themselves about. So yeah, I could have made myself sound better and look more charming. But that would not be the best thing to do. And I am here as somebody who, in my downtime, just enjoys it and unwinds like everybody else. The whole point of me is to basically enjoy this with me as if we were a bunch of friends that do that. So, yeah, this is part of me, a lot of me is true. And this is a side of me where I can rarely express myself entirely. And it's nice that I have something where I can do this, be entirely myself in a way, and say what I actually like and enjoy, and just indulge in it, and everything will be fine. And what part, if I made myself look better than I actually am, that would take away some of the authenticity and my whole intent about this. I'm not perfect. That's why I'm here right now, trying to hear somebody give me advice on how to pull this off. Maybe, just maybe for one, see myself be part of something, because Senpai noticed me. And 2, just try to help people complete the projects they want to complete so badly. So, in the end, I'm not somebody who can do like what he's doing all the way. I enjoy this as somebody who, is a huge fan of this, and part of being a fan is just trying to be like somebody this cool. That's it. And if I manage to be included in anything, I feel honored because it's like a fan meeting a celebrity in a way. That's never going to change about me. Because the one thing I don't want to do is constantly make videos and they don't feel like you can enjoy them and have a good time. I would never force anything with me just to get people's approval. Why? I mean, what is the whole point of watching this video if you're not enjoying it at all? I hate to go on for so long, but seeing stuff like this, and then you make money off of this, and you could have done better. It's just, I just don't think it's cool at all to do this stuff. And he must not either, since he's part of this kind of stuff. Alright, let's just continue. I got about 6 minutes left in this anyway.
Messed up and just thought that part was, maybe that pause in between him starting the old line and the new line, he must have thought that short gap, because he it's not even like a second, I swear.
Lady Umbernox has hired a new captain. Lady Umbernox.
Yeah, there's like barely even a second, so whoever was editing it must have thought, probably even just looked at the audio wave and thought that was all one sentence. That's what I imagine happened there.
What makes it easier to edit these things is seeing the audio, because then you know where it starts and where it ends. It is a very small pause when you look into it, but it's there. So, and you make a series of games like this, and do you just hire amateurs, or do you just cut corners when you do this? This is not the first game I've seen so far where it's like that too. Something ain't right here.
Oh dearie me, I've just kicked the bucket. Yes, you can.
Get it? This is gonna be enjoyable.
You!
Hey kid, you're a stupid little...
This looks really old, so I could easily see it being in line with whenever this was made. Because if this is 80s, it would totally make sense. Yeah, okay. Like,
What's funny is that despite this being a lot older than me, I do know this stuff because animation was seen as for kids, so for kids, they would put on all these old cartoons long after they ended, because whatever, kids are going to enjoy it. It's cute little cartoons after all. Funny enough, that hasn't really changed that much. I'm still seeing people enjoy Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab and Samurai Jack, which is one of my favorite shows of all time. And they like it, even though it's been gone since I was a teenager. So, yeah, people say they want the 90s, the good old cartoons back. I don't care. I like how cartoons are now. I like how anime is. There's more variety. There's more quality. You care. That's what I wanted my whole life. I wanted to see something made by people who cared just as much as I did. I always believed that you could do better. One day, I'm like, I'm going to be 20-something, and it's going to blow me out of the water. So, yeah, when this blows me out of the water, I mean it. Because look at the stuff I've had to grow up with stuff like this. It was good. Doesn't age well. But I know that we have came so far. And that's the thing. I like the present. I like what is going to come. This is one of the few things that has kept me going this whole time. Seeing stuff like this. Seeing this whole different world outside. And I can get immersed in that. And, there's a lot of stuff that gets put into this. Drawing, animating, voice acting, writing, all that is all cobbled together to make a cartoon, an animation, something that touches your heart. And this is only a small part of it. And the best part about it is, it may not seem like it's important, but anything, just any little thing at all, can make or break a work entirely. I really do care about this stuff. I know a little bit how the process works because I like it so much. I want to know everything about it. I want to watch all of it. And this is part of why I'm here. And Kermit is basically passed out right now, but yeah. This is exactly, this guy really takes this seriously and enjoys it, and it's really nice to see what it's like, what's on the inside of this. Because it's one thing to enjoy it. It's another to create it.
Like, voice acting back in the 80s wasn't amazing, because it wasn't really taken that seriously back then. And this is just, I think, a product of its time. It's not terrible. Like, honestly, I've heard worse from that decade. Like, I've made a video on Speed Racer, which is by far the worst dub I've ever heard in my life. And I believe that was around the same time, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe even the 70s. If you want to watch that video, I break down a lot of the weird shit that is done in that show.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
Oh, come on, even I scream much more intimidating than that.
Yes, I love it. See that?
I would try and pull it off, but it's so priceless. I don't even think I want it gone at all. Thank God I have a sense of humor for this stuff. You would see me way more pissed off at this point.
That would be a line where I'm like, if I did that, it'd be like, I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with... I would have flubbed that line on purpose, just so they didn't use that. I'd have been like, hey, can we please re-record that?
God you! Son of a
Yeah, I mean, that's how, like, a lot of anime think Americans are. Where's the lie, though? Where's the lie? Am I right, boys?
One day...
Oh, no! I've heard so many reviews on these games. They're all so bad.
Oh. Something extraordinary happened. It was evening, and the kids' parents were getting ready for the ball.
Bad.
None of the three children imagined...
You can barely hear the voices over the...
Oh, that's not the only problem, buddy. The problem is that he's telling a story. Narrating a story. And he doesn't even change the voices to get you a picture of what I do. I know I don't do that either, because for the most part, I'm not taking this seriously. But when I'm trying to bring across a point, I do change it up a little to get you a better understanding of this. And this narrator is not doing a good job of that at all. Oh, boy.
Sound effects. I believe these games were made on, like, no money and were made to, like, in the bargain bin so that parents accidentally buy them, if I believe correctly. These were games that were made cheap on purpose to sell for a much higher profit, but they, again, didn't do too well. They were just made to trick parents.
And if you're not careful, it would end up overheating your PS2 so much, despite that it basically destroys the disc entirely.
Into buying them for their kids. Either the microphone is god-awful that they were recording on, or the compression is...
And no, I did not make that up either. If you watch Catacurus's video on, I believe it was Animal Soccer World, or Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was one of the games. At the end of the video, they pretty much said they could not play that game anymore after reviewing it because the PS2 got so overheated and basically damaged the disc because of how bad the game was made.
So heavy on it that it just sounds like ass. And then whoever did the mixing clearly didn't give enough of a shit to make the audio audible, because the horse clops are like 10 times louder than the dialogue.
That's when it was getting dark.
I can't hear you over the horses!
You gunklid betrayed the king! I know.
Why is there like so much peaking? You're making a fucking game and you don't know how to not peak the audio? Are you serious? Alright, you know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna show you, right? Here's my audio for this video, right? You see where these lines have hit the top, right? That's called peaking. If it happens in your project, you don't use the line. You don't try and salvage it. You don't try and like use it. You just redo it and you turn down the volume.
Yeah, I tried to make some of these videos live, and I guess I need a better mic. It is coming out soon, by the way. Finally, after all this time. So this may be the last time you'll hear me make a premiere like this. It may be an actual stream, may do some gameplay, some short little shit. But yeah, I tried to revive the static from the majority of that from my first video. Did not end well. I had to redo that whole audio. And I had to re-release it as a premiere. Hopefully, in the future, I will no longer have to do that. And I may actually see it for real as a live thing.
You don't peak, okay?
Everyone ran when the Gleeok came, but months...
You can hear the humming! The static hum, it's obnoxious, I hate it. Ugh.
Course I'm on your side, but I still have to sell the stuff. Just pick what you want. I'll handle the rubies.
I want to know how this came to be, because this is like all round just not good. It's terrifying. Why does his mouth open like that?
Ha! The Arpagos will die for them.
You know, one of the things that is like criminally like underrated is people who can pull off a natural laugh in voiceover. If you ever do voiceover or voice acting, one thing you'll notice really quickly is to pull off a realistic and genuine sounding laugh is so hard. It
is. Even I don't even try. I know I have so many laughs, but I promise you, they're all genuine. Let me try and do a fake laugh to give you an idea of this. See, but the difference really is that a laugh, any reaction, is supposed to sound genuine because you are unable to control that. So when you're trying to make a sound that you're controlling sound uncontrollable, it is very hard to pull off. Which is why you gotta really pay attention to what you do. Oh my god, my fake laugh is so bad. Let me try it again. Damn it, I couldn't. See, I told you. Trying to imitate a laugh is not easy to do. Another hard thing, in my opinion, to do is screaming and yelling. That, because, it's hard to pull it off and make it not too weak and not too over the top. So, a lot of stuff I do, yeah, it's genuine for the most part. And so when I'm doing stuff for comedic purposes, it's a huge contrast to me reacting to said videos. This is a beautiful thing about voice acting. People do not give them enough credit, in my opinion. Because, God, you know how hard it is to sound realistic at all? That's why I gotta give Yuri Lowenthal some credit. It's like, he does know how to pull it off, but he doesn't try too hard either. That is seriously difficult to do. To pull emotion that is so freaking believable. Because a lot of times, yes, when you do hear people perform their dialogue, it is really over the top. So a lot of people think, oh, that's what people must really sound like in real life. No, it isn't. And I know this now more than ever because I've had to do this for a while. So yeah, I do have appreciation for voice actors. God, imagine trying to sound like me. That's going to be very difficult to pull off. Well, I mean, I am impressed because again, you have to really know me in order to properly pull off the way I am. I am very impressed by that. So yeah, let's just get this started already.
Really hard. And yeah, you can tell these people that, it wasn't quite there. Let's listen to that laugh again. I want to.
Your friend Link could eat 10 of these.
At least.
Ha!
We jinxed. Ooh.
Can we get a replay of that, Rudan? Maybe I'm a little biased as somebody who does a lot of voiceover, but I've experienced a lot of these situations, and I've worked on a lot of projects, and I've been in those kind of environments time and time again. And I know for a fact that it's a little too easy to always blame the voice actors and the voice acting, unless you've been in that situation and understand how the whole process of making this stuff works. It's really easy to just default to, oh, the voice acting is shit. And don't get me wrong, the voice acting in some of these was awful. It was really terrible in a lot of them. But it's just as crucial that there's a good direction, there's good editing, the sound effects are there, the music's there. These are all really important things, and if one of them is wrong, it sounds terrible.
This is why I really do not like to do these videos too much, because I'm one of those people, due to my pre-existing whatevers, I am a lot better at writing than I am at talking. A lot of times when I talk, it comes across as the wrong way. I've been aware of this, and I end up beating myself up over it. Real talk. It just feels like that. It feels like the more I try to explain myself, the more worse it ends up being. And that's the thing. I like this kind of stuff. I really do, because he explains what I've been trying to say, a lot better than I could dream of. And people that can impress me on stuff, it makes me want to be just as good as them.
It's just the truth. Like, if one thing is wrong, it sounds like shit. I'd like to think that I've given some form of constructive insight into all of this. I hope you guys have maybe learned something, or I've just reaffirmed everything you know. Thank you, Wyatt, for not having me. If you guys want more stuff like this in future, please do let me know. I'd love to talk more about voice acting and all that stuff. I do a fair amount of voice acting work outside of my YouTube channel, and it's always a lot of fun to get to talk about it within my YouTube channel, because it's something I'm very passionate about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you'd like more, please do let me know down below, and share this video if you enjoyed it, and just so I know that you guys want more, because the more views it gets, the more I know you guys want more. And also, I have a Patreon if you want to check that out. It helps support the channel and allows me to keep doing all these dumb videos. So without further ado, I will leave you beautiful weebs to your day, and I hope you have bye.
That was very interesting to watch, don't you guys think? I've learned quite a bit in this, believe it or not. I want to be really good. I want to be the best that I can be. I'm one of those people, once I get decent at something, I want to be trying new skill and be good at it too. I don't know what I'd say I'm the best at, for real. But hopefully it's good, and I have managed to make people's lives better in a way. So, I'm excited for what the future holds for me. This is a part of me where I don't need to be afraid anymore. Yeah, it's weird. I don't need to be afraid anymore. Why? Things have changed. I've been proven wrong on a lot of stuff about me. I'm trying not to go on about this for too long. I have been wrong. The biggest part that I've been wrong about is I'll never make a difference for the better. And the more people I have gone to know and say that I did, it killed it. It killed it. All these little thoughts that I have in my head that tell me, no, you are not good enough and you never will be. It's dying. Why? Because I've been told I've been wrong. That's the biggest thing that's been proven wrong about me. And now, more than ever, I want to keep going. I want to keep trying. And if I can do one thing right for sure, what will the future have for me? This has been very enlightening this whole year. And I want to do the one thing to repay everybody that has supported me all this time and has been dying for me to do so much. Just help yourself. I'm going to. One way or another. I know what I need to do. And I'm very happy with how everything turned out. Because in the end, all my deepest, darkest fears, they weren't around forever. And why should I let it bother me anymore if I'm going to be proven wrong again? And that's the thing I want to tell these artists. I am one of those people that did not listen to anybody and thought I couldn't do it, no matter how many people told me. I didn't believe them. I didn't listen. And I don't want you to spend almost your whole life just not believing in yourself. Because if I can do it, you can too. I was the last person that I ever thought would impact people in a way that would make people remember me no matter what. And it wasn't in this really bad image of yourself. And it takes time. And I know it's hell. But it will happen. I didn't think it would happen. But it did. And I want to do now is to show everybody that are in the same position I was. It's not going to be like that way forever. And that's what I want to leave behind. If I just wasn't around anymore. I want to leave behind where I have touched people in a way. One of the things I got to do left now is to touch people like I have been touched. I think a lot of people who knew me all this time, way before all of this, would be proud of me. And would be happy to know they were right and I was wrong. I am telling you this right now as somebody whose life, what keeps them going in life, is their books, their poems, their films, their music, anything at all. Their voice acting, their animations, whatever it could be. Their acting, their plays, all that. Keep going. It is worth it. I want to guide you. I want to inspire you to not give up. That's the least I can do to repay everybody that's been there for me, is to give back one way or another. I know this has gone on for too long, but I know why. Deep down, people enjoy this. Not me, but in general. And yes, you can be like that. You can be the person that has helped you. And then you may inspire somebody else. So, keep that in mind. Because you're going to be wrong. Take it from somebody. Take it from somebody that I'm seeing 10 years ago. Thank you for watching. I hope this wasn't too much. So, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, and hopefully things will turn out better for me. Bye, guys.